Hello beautiful beings. Today we're gonna make this really easy, it's a super fun candle full of crystals, full of lavender, full of herbs, whatever you want. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I'm making this candle is because we randomly received this kit in the mail because Amazon sent it to the wrong address and we weren't able to return it to their owner, so Amazon couldn't deliver it back to the correct place. So it's just been sitting in our house for like a year now, and finally I decided to use it, so let's begin. So first of all, you're going to need a empty glass jar or like an old candle that you don't use, so you can just clean it out by putting in hot water, and then the leftover wax just comes out magically and then you just clean it out. But inside the Amazon package, it came with some wicks, it came with some like stickers to stick the wicks on the bottom of the candle. It came up with these like placeholders for the wicks so they can keep them straight. It comes with like a spoon to stir in the wax, and it also came with like a big pot kettle, and it has like a bag of soy wax. That's what I said on the box, that it's like 100% soy wax inside. We're gonna use that to make the candle. So like the only part you may only need to buy is like the sticker to like stick the wicks, and like the actual wicks, and the wax of course. But like the pot, you don't really need, the kettle you don't really need to stir. You could just have like a normal pot that you have, and like everything you might already have, even like a glass jar, like an old pasta jar, whatever. Okay, so for my candle I'm using 3 wicks instead of 1, instead of 2. I'm gonna use 3 because the jar that I'm using was originally from Bath & Body Works and they used 3, so I'm gonna use 3 as well. Okay, so I'm sticking all the wicks on top of the stickers. So I'm basically placing them like where the indentation of the previous candles were. Also, for the crystals, I will be using these leftover crystals for my crystal scrunchies, if you haven't watched that video already. But I'm going to use these crystals to decorate on top, so make sure you cleanse them, make sure you clean them, make sure you put your intention on them before using, because that's important as well. I'm also using peppermint oil, and I also use eucalyptus oil, essential oil, for the scent. Also, I want to get a little bit fancy and use some dried lavender that I just have like from my garden, and some dried flower petals to make it look extra nice. So I don't really like the wicks holders that they gave because they just kept falling because they were so small for the wide circle jar, so I just use clothespins and that works really well. Okay, finally it's time to melt the wax. So the amount of wax depends on like what container you're using. So for me it was kind of easy since I'm already using like a pre-used candle. I just like looked up how many milliliters was in the jar, so I just like measure it based on that, and plus the kettle already has like measurements, so I can kind of just eyeball it like that. So I basically just had to use the whole bag. I honestly could have used a little bit more, but it was just enough, perfect enough for the jar that I'm using. As the water boils, I just kept stirring in the wax to make sure it all dissolved evenly and there's no clumps. I just want to give a caution to be careful of don't burn yourself, don't hurt yourself, especially if you're younger. Please ask a parent because, you know, it kind of got a little bit dangerous, I'm not gonna lie, with all the bubbling up. Finally, the wax dissolved. Oh my god, it looks so smooth, it looks so clear. Now we're gonna let it sit for like 3 to 5 minutes, and we can add in any essential oils that we want to. Just kidding, I'm kind of low-key impatient, so I kind of just added the essential oil right after I turned it off, like 30 seconds later, because yeah, I just wanted to, and I probably added like lots of drops, like probably 10 to maybe 20, and just trust your sense of smell on this one, because you know if it smells like the scent, then you know that it's incorporated. I also added eucalyptus, so not just peppermint, I just added that later. I just noticed, but I basically used the same exact scents as the previous candle. As you can see, it says eucalyptus mint, and I literally used eucalyptus mint, but mine smells way better. Anyways, it's finally time to pour in the wax. Be very careful. I use like a mitten to hold onto the handle so I don't get burned. So I just immediately and very carefully poured in the wax into the candle. It looks so cool like this. So basically now you're just gonna let it sit until you see it becoming like a softish wax. So I would say wait like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Just keep your eye on it because it really depends on your room temperature, how hot it is, how like easily it will set. So I would just say keep an eye on this, and we'll see, then we can decorate it. While waiting, just make yourself a nice snack. Like I just whipped up some mango, put some mango jelly, put some rice balls, put some blueberries, and I'm gonna put some mango juice. If you're interested, you should check out my food Instagram. That's where I have like the full detailed recipe, whatever, posted on. But yeah, I'll eat and be right back. Guys, don't be like me who loses track of time and just checks and sees that the wax is just solid. I mean, it's still kind of soft, but pretty much solid. So you can pretty much take off the clothespin that you have and start decorating. I would recommend you keep like the crystals or herbs or whatever you put like not too close to the wick so it will burn it. So just be careful on how you place things. I like eventually fix it up so it's not too close to the wick while you burn it. Now you should trim the wick so it's like till the desired height, which is like burnable, which I think it should be a little bit more lower than what I'm doing here. And then there's your candle. It looks so pretty. I put some rose petals or flower petals, whatever, in the middle, put some lavender pieces on the sides, and you can try and we can burn it together, and it looks so cool. You could use it for spell work, for just plain relaxation, just like for eye candy. Thank you so much for watching. You're enough, you deserve the best, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.